For 5 years of his life, he don't remember anything. He don't know what happened. He don't remember anything. He said when he woke up, it was like it was just yesterday. And he told me, he said, but I can remember some time before that because my memory coming back, you know. But he said, I can remember some time. And every time we get together, we talk about supernatural, spiritual thing. And he's a Baptist pastor. We talk about supernatural, spiritual things that he shares, his experience. He said, I remember one night a man came to my house because the man wanted his wife. And the man wanted him out the house. And he said, I heard the thing on the roof of the house. But he said, I didn't pay no attention. Then he said, I heard the liquid being poured on the roof. He said, but I'm laying in the bed. He said, I didn't pay. He said, what a bird doing up there doing that? And he said, by the time he could go to the door or to try to find out what it was, when he opened the door, the flame rushed in the house. The man had set the house on fire to burn him up so that the man could have his wife. You talking about Goshen. But because he was in Goshen, and I'm adding that now, he said the flame rushed into his home. Now he's saying, God, I cannot get enough water fast enough to put this fire out because it's like on the roof, in the ceiling, like you could see it. He said when he opened the door, he said the fire like it walked in the house, just all over the ceiling. And he said when he ran to get like a bucket to try to put the water in, he said each time he'd come back and throw some water, he ain't had enough water. But you know, the sink ain't gonna give but so much water at a time. And he threw the bucket, the flame went down. He went back and got another, the flame went down. He went back and got the 3 buckets and he put the whole fire out. He said, there's no way. There's no way 3 buckets of water supposed to put all this fire out. He said, God told him, I was in it. When you thought that you were throwing the fires, the water, you were throwing angels. I multiplied the water. Now listen now. The same wife that married to the same wife, he said he's at home, he's sick. Sick. He can't get up out of the bed. When he was able to get up out of the bed, the woman had already took $1 million out of his bank account, all his money. Because yes, successful couple of businesses, yeah, very successful. Took all of his money. He said when he managed to get up out of the bed, he's going to the refrigerator to try to get something to eat, something to drink. When he went to the refrigerator, everything in the refrigerator was gone. He managed to look in the cabinets, no food. Pantry, no food. He said, Lord, this woman left me in this house to die. He said, Lord, what am I going to do? I'm too sick to go. The phone isn't working. How am I going to die in this house? 5 minutes later, a knock came to the door. He managed to get to the door. When he got to the door and opened the door, 3 middle-aged women walks in the door with food. He said, where y'all got this food from? You know what they said? The Lord sent it. He said, wait a minute. Who sent it? Said the Lord sent the food. He said they took the food and went straight to the refrigerator and the cabinets and put the food exactly where it needed to go. They knew exactly where it would go. He said he's looking at these women. So he said, well, let me give you some money to pay for it, to pay y'all for what y'all done. Said the Lord sent it. So he said, well, give me a number, phone number. So when I get up back on my feet and able to do, I could call you and then I'll be able to pay you back. Said the Lord sent it. He said, now, after they got through doing all of that, they wouldn't take no money. He said he was trying to, they wouldn't take no money. He said, they told him, be blessed. After they got through doing all of that. Now, here they are. One opens the door, the front door. He said he's standing there looking. When the woman walked out the door and went the step, like down on the step, disappeared. The next one, the same thing. When she went to step down, disappeared. He said the third one, when she went to step down, never hit the ground, disappeared, just like that. He said, what in the world, God? He said, you sent angels with food to take care of me. He told me, he said, brother, let me tell you something. I believe that if somebody shoot a gun at me, I believe God will send angels to block the bullet. Don't tell me God ain't good, man. Don't tell me what God can't do. Don't tell me what God can't do. Don't tell me. He said one lady he was involved with, the lady had witchcraft on him. He couldn't stay away from this woman's house for nothing in his life. The woman had witchcraft on. I'm hearing what the Lord's saying. The woman had witchcraft on. I'm hearing what the Lord said. I break the spirit of witchcraft. I'm hearing what the Lord's saying. The woman had witchcraft on it. I decree and declare that every hex, every vex, every witch, every warlock, every portion, every poison that's been given to you, in the name of Jesus, I cancel it out. It will not prosper. It will not work. It will not accomplish what it was sent out to accomplish. I deliver you now in the name of Jesus from every assignment of every witch, every warlock, every devil, every demon. I deliver you now from it. Every assignment. Oh! Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You stepped in something that was put down for somebody else. You stepped into something that was put down for somebody else, and it came out in the form of this. Oh, I know. I'm seeing the glory of God. I know God in the house. You stepped into something that was put down for somebody else, and it came out according to the doctor report in the form of this. But it's witchcraft. Now send it back to the sender. Yeah. But that man and I, we sat for 2 hours and something. We was in the shade at first, and you know the sun, and then we end up in the sun. And that pastor was excited to just sit there and share with me. I mean, this testimony after testimony after testimony, supernatural testimony after testimony. He said he was in the church doing a funeral, funeralizing a young man that was in prison. Now, this was during the time when you would be in prison, and if you were in prison, they would bring you for the funeral of your loved one. Now they don't do that. But he said, the Lord told him, now here it is, the young man was a drug dealer in prison and got killed in prison. Well, he's a drug dealer outside and then doing some stuff in the inside and got killed. The other brother was in another prison. So they brought him shackled to the funeral, to his brother's funeral. He said the Lord told him, said, he's in the church, he's sitting in the church, you know, you're in the pulpit sitting, you know, back there. You know. And he said the Lord told him, say, there's a sniper in the church. I didn't say snapper. Sniper. You know the snapper drink? Sniper. You know what a sniper is? There's a shooter in the church. And so he said, the Lord said, go in the back. So he went in the back of the church. He's looking around, talking and stuff like that. And he said, he looked at the guy and he said, you a sniper, aren't you? So the guy was shocked. He said, and I hear the Lord say to tell you, you're good at what you do. So you were in the Marines, weren't you? So the man tell him, yeah, how you know that? He said, the Lord just told me to tell you, you're good at what you do. You're a sniper. And you were in the Marines. And you were here in case anybody tried to come up and touch this boy that's shackled, you're going to take him out. Right in the church. And guess what? You have a right to, according to the law. So he said, now here it is, the funeral's going on, and the snipers in the church, blah, blah, blah. And he said, all of a sudden, all these women that were associated with the young man that was in handcuffs, shackled, all those women, because of the preaching or whatever, they got all emotional. Now they want to go gather around the young man that was shackled and the two police officers sitting beside him. They decided to gather around him. So he said, Lord, you got to give me wisdom. Because if I don't do something quick, it's going to be a bloodbath in here. So he said, he stopped everybody. He said, you know, I tell you what. Boy, when I die, I hope y'all would do me like y'all doing that. Gather around him like that and really appreciating him. And boy, I sure hope the family got mad. Because they said it wasn't about you. It's about the person that's laying there in the coffin. And you making it about you. And they got mad with him. But everybody went and sat down. Now he said what they didn't see was the sniper had already stood up and had his hand on his weapon. Some months later, the lady came back to him. The mother of the boys came back to him and said, I understood. He said, no, you didn't understand. He said, in the back of the church, there was a sniper. And if any one of those young ladies, even you, would have handed him a note, that would have been the last note they ever passed. Because the sniper in the church was going to take them out. Brother Joe, the enemy has plotted and he sent a witch as a sniper to take you out. And you didn't know anything about it. I dealt with the witches. As soon as I start talking about it, they show up in the house. Oh, we don't have nobody on thing? Just me? Oh, just YouTube? How about the other thing? All right. Father, I thank you now for all the viewers that are watching by YouTube. I can't say this on air. All the viewers that are watching by YouTube, I thank you now for what you have allowed me to say that became a blessing to their life. I thank you for them now.